Samoa, too good for Chile, folks. Rugby World Cup 2023, 43 points to 10. I have watched this one very much delayed. It was on at like 1 in the morning here in NZ. So I ended up watching, what was it, like 10 o'clock. So, yeah, much after the fact. But still, I enjoyed the game. We'll go through some key events and stats, and you guys can let us know your thoughts. But obviously, the Samoan maul was pretty good. Got them some points. They had some pretty silky tries. Chile looked good as well at times, but their penalty count was way too high. And yeah, I think they'll benefit from playing these kind of games, man. Chile clearly love to play some rugby, but yeah, they're going to need more games against different styles of teams. It looked pretty hot over there in France, like some of the kind of toughest conditions to be playing in. And there were a lot of Chilean fans in that crowd, like making themselves really, really well heard, which I'm sure the Chilean players appreciate it. I'm sure Chilean rugby fans are just happy that their team's in a World Cup, man. Samoa winning a couple of penalties early. 3-0 lead when they opted to take a 3. Chile got the first try of the game to kind of continue this theme of losing teams which score the first try of the game. Rodrigo Fernandez with the dummy and go. He's just showed he surely picks up a contract if he's not under a long-term deal with his Chilean club. Surely people are going to be interested in picking that guy up, man. Yeah, he got good line break with that dummy and go, and then when the forwards got close, it was Dittus, the big prop, who went over for the try. I don't know how many people would have had him as first try scorer, probably not many. And then they maybe had a chance to kind of exert themselves on the game, because at that same moment, Saltini got yellow carded for a shot off the ball in the kind of build up to the try. So not only did Chile get a try, 7 points on the board, now Samoa is down a man. What can Chile do during the yellow card? Well, concede a bunch of points, sadly. Samoa got an initial 3 from a penalty shot during the yellow card, and then their maul looked dangerous, Samoa. Another penalty during the yellow card, so it goes from 6-7 to 9-7. Chile a bit sloppy, man. Yeah, it's a bit disappointing. That period where they had the extra man, they had the early momentum, nothing really came from it, but credit to Samoa, man. They took the game kind of by the scruff of the neck. They didn't let the pressure get to them. They just went through their process. Looked pretty good. Interesting moment on 17 minutes when ref Paul Williams gave the Chilean guys a penalty. No, penalised them. Gave the Samoan guys a penalty at scrum time. And then when he saw how much the pitch had been tearing up, he reversed it, or at least didn't reverse it, but he basically said, wait a minute, and then he basically checked with Alo-Emile, like, are you good for us to just take the scrum again? Because that's not really fair. So, yeah, very rare that a ref kind of goes back on a call, even if they are wrong. They usually, once they've blown the whistle, that's it. But, yeah, he went back for it, so that was all right. Few knock-ons, few scrums. Both sides looked dangerous in open play. But, yeah, nothing really kind of clicking up until that point. Videla, the goal kicker for Chile, the winger, he had to go off with an HIA. It didn't come back on, which was unfortunate. Maybe meant that they didn't opt for a 3-pointer on 28 minutes. Torrealba decided to go for a quick tap. He's a real live wire. The next time they did opt for a 3 when it was really, really close in front. Maybe they just needed a rest. Sigren, the captain, had basically asked, when's the water break? And the ref was like, you already had it. He was sweating buckets, was Sigren, the loose forward captain for Chile. But, yeah, 9 points to 10. Chile's back in front. There's been half an hour gone. How's this game going to go? Well, Samoa opt for a touch kick instead of going for 3 points this time, so kind of a bit of reversal. But then they knocked it on at the line out. That was Luatua, I think. And then Samoa got free kicked at scrum, so trying to exert themselves, but not kind of able to click. A few minutes later, they reverse back, go for a 3-pointer, get themselves back in front. Because remember, Samoa, if they're going to do anything in this pool, probably needed a bonus point win, which is why I think maybe they decided to try to exert themselves with the previous penalty, but you need to get the win first. So maybe a bit of, caution, get the win first, and then maybe push for the bonus point. So 12-10 in front, and Chile start to get warned as Leali'ifano's lining up the shot at goal that penalty count's getting a bit high. I don't think it was an official warning, but it was still a mention from Paul Williams to the Chilean captain. And then maybe the play of the game, it's either side of halftime. The try through Paia'aua, Samoa's first one, is a scrum in their own half. And then Tamua Manu dinks it through for Saltini, who gathers, and he gets it to Paia'aua. It is a thing of beauty. 19 points to 10 with that right before half time. And then start of the second half, Samoa with a sweet wraparound play. McFarland offload from the deck to Taumatine, 24-10. That's the killer for Chile. I mean, the fact they don't score any more points is obviously not helpful. But man, those plays either side of halftime from Samoa, proper killer. And then the maul goes to work. Fritzley gets one from a maul. Yeah, that was all from, I think it's Tamua Manu winning the penalty at the breakdown, and that set it up 29-10. And then the Chileans penalty conceded another time at the maul. It's an official yellow card warning at this point. They go again, Samoa, and this time it's that man Malolo. He gets one, so it's 36-10. Proper brutal stuff from the Chilean guys. That's my daughter, obviously coming inside to go to the bathroom. She's outside having to play around with her brother. So yeah, 36-10. It's looking pretty hairy. Torrealba gets unlucky. Footballing skills from a Chilean you might expect to be a little bit better would be the stereotype, but his kick through from some Samoan loose ball is a bit too deep, so nothing doing there. There's a couple of yellow cards. Escobar gets yellow carded for a high tackle. Sopoaga misses touch, and then Inaki gets yellow carded for dropping on the limbs of one of the Samoan guys at the breakdown. Bit of a disagreement between Dolman, I think it was, and Williams and the refereeing team as to whether it was a yellow or just a penalty, because I think Paul Williams thought one of the Samoan guys coming to assist with the clean-out kind of affected Inari's actions, but anyway, it's a yellow card each way. Chile had a bit of pressure on, but man, Samoa's defense was too good. Maul defense was too good. Line-out defense was too good. They had a good line-out steal. Leali'ifano got smashed by Domingo Saavedra, which was a cracking hit. But then it's Chile who finished with a yellow card. Again, too many penalties conceded. Malolo gets denied one at the death for a knock-on, but still gets another one a few minutes later through a maul. 43-10. That is a big time victory for the Samoan guys. And man, just what they needed heading into their first game. They've got some big opponents in this pool which they'll fancy themselves a chance against. They needed to go in against Chile and get a big win, find some form, get a bonus point, and they basically ticked all the boxes. I don't think they had any injuries of note. So yeah, pretty much exactly what the doctor ordered. Run meters 398 to 301, possession 51-49, territory 49-51. So those areas are pretty tight. Clean breaks 4-2 to Samoa. Defenders beaten 24-11 to Chile. So Chile, man, they play some really exciting rugby, but they couldn't live with the 7 Samoan mauls. Offloads finished 9-4 Samoa. They got chucked it around a bit, and Chile conceded 17 penalties to 9. That's definitely a deciding factor. A fair few of those at set piece and maul time. Tackling percentage, though, was Chile at 90%. The Samoans were 82, so 90%. It's a cracking effort, even though they conceded a few tries. Not all of them were kind of like one-on-one missed tackles, if you know what I mean. Paia'aua, 86 metres, 6 defenders beaten. McFarland, man of the match, 14 from 14 tackles, 6 passes, including a great try assist. Gets a line-out steal. Fritz Lee, 3 turnovers, 1. Sigren's the top tackler, the captain, 12 from 13 for Chile. Rodrigo Fernandez has 63 metres and a clean break. 6 defenders beaten from him. Yeah, I like Chile, man. Playing some good rugby, and Samoa really, really encouraging. They seem to have their ducks in a row, which is really pleasing. Not all teams in a similar situation have done as much. I don't want to put any spoilers out there for other games if you guys haven't seen them, but yeah, Samoa seem to be going all right. Let's just put it that way. Samoa have got Argentina next. Argentina have had a bit of a break following the opening game, but didn't play well in their opener a week ago. So honestly, I think Samoa will be underdogs, but they'll fancy that game. I'm not saying they're the favourites by any means, but I'm saying that they will fancy themselves a chance. As I said, they'll be underdogs, but still, this pool's interesting. And then the Chilean guys, I've written down Scotland play Tonga. Why have I written that down? That's not who Chile's playing. Who's Chile playing? Chile's playing England. That doesn't get any easier. But there you go, folks. 43-10. Samoa over Chile. I'm off to watch Portugal play Wales now. You guys let us know your thoughts on this one. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys again soon. See you later.